after the image of Uganda. It's just like
Uganda had their first Ebola outbreak about 20 years ago, and since then they have had about 4 outbreaks, the last of which happened about 10 years ago. As a result, because of being tried and tested, they have managed to grow their public health system, which has become quite robust, efficient, and able to contain any outbreak because of the entrenchment within the community. What we have seen in Uganda is that they have built trust in the community over years, so that when the outbreak occurred and people are being told what to do, they are not seeing it from a suspicious eye, and conspiracy theories could not be able to overcome and cause fear among them. So very, very important that community members must be directly involved. We must build trust in the community, not just for Ebola, but for everything else, including the routine vaccination and any other outbreak that might occur. So the last case occurred in November, 27th of November, the last. One of the most important responses in any outbreak of any kind, be it measles, cholera, polio, COVID, Ebola, is timing. You have to move in very fast and move in decisively. There is no room for hesitation, particularly in controlling the movement of people. And one of the lessons we have seen in Uganda is that although they have a good public health system, the public health officials know what they are doing, there was lack of political goodwill to move in fast and act decisively. And that is understandable because we had just come out of the COVID pandemic. There was pandemic fatigue. People were tired. People are complaining you don't want another lockdown. But it also shows you that you need to move in decisively, otherwise people will die. And although it took a bit of time, about 30 days before the president in Uganda acted quick and fast, if they had acted much faster, maybe we'll have prevented the 55 deaths. Unfortunately, the other thing we must remember is, as Africans, with diseases that are predominantly occurring in Africa, we are still hugely dependent on the Western world for technology, for vaccination, for development of vaccines, and for treatment, such that you see, yes, despite Ebola occurring in Africa for many years, we are still dependent on these countries to bring for us the vaccines. And unfortunately, the Sudan strain of the Ebola virus has no vaccine as we speak. It's only now that there is a trial happening to develop a new vaccine. We have to wake up as Africans. That made it a bit more challenging, because in DRC nowadays they are able to actually have the test done in the field same day. So we need to also build what you call... Uganda actually has a very good public health laboratory system in place for testing for Ebola, and frankly for other diseases as well. But particularly for Ebola, because of the many years that they've had to deal with Ebola, they're able to test Ebola and confirm any suspected case literally within a day or 2 days. And because of that, when the first case was suspected and they were able to make the diagnosis, that allowed for a quick public health response from the government.
Yes, because that would be very rude.
no.
No.